talk about some situations that happen here. Okay. So if you'd like to carry on when it's safe. So can you see the sign up ahead, the school sign?
Yeah,
do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
That means school children.
It does, yes. It means school children may be crossing. So we could anticipate children crossing the road.
What, today?
Probably not today because it's a Sunday,
Oh.
but it's something to bear in mind, yeah. So we got this. We've got a guy walking along the pavement up ahead. We've got this car pulling out. It keep pulling out in front of us. He has, hasn't he? So this pedestrian on the road here. He may want to cross a road, so we can anticipate again. We're using that word, anticipate something happening. So if we do anticipate something happening, we're just going to see who's behind us. Just going to possibly come off the gas slightly. So just carry on. Second exit at the roundabout, please. So we've got some parked cars on the side of the road here, but it's safe enough for both sets of cars to come through. If we had an oncoming car now, we'd both be able to get through.
Oh, would we?
With the two white vans in front, do you think there's enough space? There is enough space for us both to get through, but we'd have to steer over
Really?
to the left.
2 cars through this car?
Not there, no. But if you'd like to carry on a second. What I was going to say is if we had a car coming towards us, you're right, no. Alright, we'll carry on. We'll carry on for a minute.
You're directing me, yeah?
Okay, yeah. So if you'd like to take the second exit at the roundabout, please.
Okay.
So what could we anticipate happening on this roundabout? We could anticipate cars coming from the right,
Yep.
and there are, so we need to take appropriate action for that. We can anticipate cars coming in front of us, crossing our path. So you started to pull out there a bit early. So
Yeah, he wasn't signalling, was he?
okay, so yeah, so that's something else we can anticipate is someone signalling incorrectly. So we must always make sure. So we must always look at those wheels, make sure we know where they're going before we pull out.
I suppose his position should have told me, shouldn't it, really? He's typed to the roundabout.
Yes.
He's obviously coming round.
That's right. He's a hugger, not a peeler. Okay, so we'll take the next exit at the roundabout, please. So here we've got a car that's parked in. There's no one in the car park, but it could roll. I think that's fine, isn't it? So looking ahead, can you see any? What's that car doing?
Yeah,
Is he
car
moving?
Sort of moved, didn't
He
it?
did move a bit, yeah. So we can anticipate him moving away from the side of the road.
He should have signalled, shouldn't he?
He should have done, yeah. So here we've got 2 parked cars on both sides of the road. So check your middle mirror. Anyone behind us?
No.
Because there's not enough space for 2 sets of cars to come through. Looking down the road, is there any cars coming towards us?
No.
So we carry on. It's important to carry on. So there's a car coming now. So is he's going to let you go. So clutch down first, clutch down second, then clutch down second. Keep going. So he stopped, didn't he, as we started to commit ourselves. The reason we check our middle mirror is to see who's behind us, because somebody may follow us in.
Oh, what, like that green guy?
That green car has done, yeah. So we've got very little clearance here, so less than a foot clearance. We come down to about less than 10 miles an hour. Well done. Good. That's well done, Helen, yeah. So no more than 10 miles over the brow of this hill, because we could have parked cars on the side of the road here, and we have. So we're just going to follow the road. We're going to take the next road on the left, please. So if we had a hard car coming around the corner now, we're just going to check our middle mirror. We're going to come off the gas, just put us left signal on, put a signal left. That's well done, yeah. Just tell him that we're turning left. So we've got enough clearance just to get through, but it's less than a foot, so we're going to come down to about 5 miles an hour here. So keep going, because there's enough room to carry on through. It's important that if we can get through, that we keep going, because there could be a car behind us.
I was frightened there. I didn't think I was going to get it.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll find a car that we can pull up alongside, and we'll get a reference point for that clearance. So not this one here, because we've got the bend on the road, and there could be a car coming that we can't see in front of us. So keep on going. So check your mirror, cover the brakes. We've got the pedestrians in the road. So is there anyone behind us? There is. Okay, so we're just going to carry on. In fact, what we'll do is just pull in front of that car, in front of this blue car for me, please. And we're just going to let that blue car behind, that silver car behind us go. So just hold there for a second. So no need to secure, just straight back into first gear. What we'll do is we're going to pull out. We're going to pull out in front of this car. Just no, we're not. We're going to carry on for a second. We need to find a couple of parked cars. We'll just carry on as normal for the moment. And at the end of the road, we're going to turn left, please. Oh, there was 2 cars there. So just don't come out into the road yet. We're just going to look up and down the road, see if there's any parked cars in the road. So can you see any parked cars to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, can you?
Yeah.
Right down there. It's quite a long way down the road, aren't they? So
yeah.
they shouldn't affect us. But can you see any to the left?
Yeah.
So how that car could affect us is that it could make, we're going to have to go over the other side of the road as we come out into the new road, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we must make sure that any oncoming cars, we've got enough time to get past, or we've got enough space to wait behind it to let the oncoming cars come through first. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking for. So if it's clear and there's no one coming, we can carry on. I'm just going to follow the road down here. Probably carry on going as normal. There's a turning on the right, isn't there? And I'll turn right round. We'll just follow the road round, please. So we could anticipate a car coming around the corner here because we've got the parked cars on our side of the road. We're actually in the middle of the road here. So if a car does come along, we're going to wait here behind this red car, because that's going to give enough time for the other car to come through. There's no more than 10 miles an hour. Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so we can carry on going. So we can carry on going. I could have stopped there, but just looking for just an example to do a clearance reference point. We're just looking for two parked cars. So we've got that van, and there's two parked cars just beyond that parked van. So we've got no more than 10 miles an hour, so we can just carry on. So keep this position in the road. That's fine. Keep it about 10 miles an hour. That's fine. And just cover the brake and clutch, and come to a stop about there. Come to a stop about there. So see, we've got the distance from the edge of the car here. So we'd say that was about a metre. Probably a bit more than.
It's difficult to judge because there's no car next to me.
Okay, so if you just like to pull forward then, very slow, no more couple of, and steer towards me, that's enough steering, that's nice, straighten the steering and come to a stop there, well done.
That's a door's width, isn't
So
it?
if I open my door now, and we'll just check, make sure it's safe to when we open the doors. You've got about a door's width there.
Yep.
Okay, so that's about a metre. And you can see where the line of the tyres on the road can you see his two tyres on the car in front, and where they touch the tarmac. Okay, so if you lean forward, well no, you shouldn't lean forward, should you? Okay, so we're not in the right position quite, it's in your normal driving position. So just pop it into reverse and reverse back slightly then. Remember when we look before we reverse. Well done. Keep the history straight, just come to a stop about there. Now you can see both sets of tyres on that 106 in front of us. So where the tyres are touching the road, if you drew an imaginary line, joined them up together, where would that line cut into the bonnet of your car? So that would be a reference point for being clear, for having enough clearance from parked cars from the side of the road.
Alright, does that work with all of it then?
Well, with 30 miles an hour it does, with a metre. If at 20 miles an hour, if we were at 2 feet, we'd only travel at 20 miles an hour, and if we were at 10 feet, we'd only travel at 10 miles an hour. Okay, so we've got a car coming behind us, so we just carry on. We can pull over on the left and talk. She might not be.
So why does that?
Well, because the closer we are to a vehicle on the side of the road, the less distance we've got, and so therefore the less time we have to react.
Ah, right, that makes sense.
So we need to slow down. Okay.
Now you've explained it.
Good. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. So we'd like to carry on. So we've got an oncoming car.
I could understand what you said, but I wasn't sure because.
Sure. That's right. No, that's good. I want you to ask me if you don't understand something, but it's my job to try and be as clear and as helpful as possible. So at the end of the road, we'll turn left, please. So again, don't actually turn into the road, but just come to a stop. Just go through your normal routine for turning left, but just come to a stop when you reach the giveaway line. And I just want to talk to you a bit about what we're looking for. So we look to the right, and pop into forward. So we look to the right. We can't see any Can you see any parked cars in the road?
No, I can't see through that van.
So that van could be a bit of a problem, but okay. But he's parked, isn't he, on the side of the road? So he is restricting our view slightly. But look to the left. What can you see down the road?
A couple of parked cars on the left.
Again, so again, those cars are going to make us go onto the other side of the road when we go past them.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that part of the road's clear. So we've got someone behind us now, so we just carry on as normal. Again, as we come out, we just make sure the road's clear past the parked vehicle.
That looks clear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I can do 30?
Yes, this is a 30 road, isn't it? So how do you know it's the 30 limit?
Oh, you've got the lamp post.
That's right, yes, yeah. And at the end of the road, if you could turn right, please. So we've got two sets of parked cars here. So we could just about fit two cars through the middle. So if you'd like to come down to the very... So no, I would say here, no, we can't fit 2 cars parked through the middle. So if another car was coming up the road, we might have to give way to them.
Yep.
So but because there are parked cars on both sides of the road, neither of us have priority. So looking to the right, can you see a parked car onto the right there? There's loads, isn't there? So there's enough room for us to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can carry on then.
Just me?
If there was an oncoming car at the same time, we must give way, because we're behind the give way lines, we must still give way to the oncoming. Although...
Do I have to give way to this cyclist?
If there isn't enough room to get through, yes. But there is that time.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. So if okay, so we'll just carry on there, so not as normal, it's fine. And at the end of the road, turn left please. So yeah, no, I just wanted to talk a bit about that. So just come to a stop, go through normal routine, just come to a stop at the end of the road. So looking to the, and just come to a stop there please for a moment. I can just talk to you about the parked cars we have around us, so see if you recognise them. So can you see the parked cars to the right?
Yeah.
So what's that going to make cars do as they're coming down that road?
What, towards us?
Yeah. Oh, well, it's going to no. Actually, it's going to be quite okay, isn't it? They're going to be on our side of the road, so that's fine. But because that's fine actually. So that's fine because we've got parked cars on their side of the road. That's not a problem, is it? If they were parked on our side of the road, it would be a problem. Well, it could be a problem because cars might have to go around them. We may not see them, but we can see quite. You can see quite clearly up the road. Go on. So looking to the left, can you see any parked cars this side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think that's going to make oncoming traffic do?
I would say to you, if you're going to ask me, just say, look, there's a parked car on the left. How is that going to affect you?
So yeah. So how is that going to affect you?
Well, I'm going to have to go over the white line.
Okay. So what other problems have we got with going over the white line on this corner?
If I go over the white line, if there's any oncoming traffic.
Yeah. So how good's our vision on the corner there? And I gave you a lifeline. I gave you a. So it's very poor, isn't it? So we can't see. So we're going to have to peep and creep up to the car, just to make sure that it is safe to go around the car before we go around him. Good, well done. And then when we're happy that it's safe, we'll be able to pull over and set back on that side of the road, and then we can carry on as normal. Good, well done.
At the end of the road, turn left.
At the end of the road, we're going to turn left, please.
Okay.
So this time I'd like you to carry on as normal. It's quite a busy road, so there probably won't be parked cars, but we need to be looking for parked cars. But I'm going to try and get you to keep it going if you can.
I quite like this subject, meeting clearance and anticipation.
Yeah.
Easy.
So this is a fast road, so what could you anticipate other cars doing?
It's a fast road, is it?
It's a faster road. There's
still
more
30
traffic.
though, isn't it?
It is a 30, yeah.
It's not fast enough.
No, it's not faster. There's more there's more traffic on this road.
Okay.
So what could we anticipate happening on this road?
Anything? Or not? No problem. No parking. Pedestrians on the pavement.
Yeah.
Not a threat. And round about turn left.
Okay, and then roundabout, take the first exit, please. So what could you anticipate these pedestrians may do?
Well, they're definitely wanting to cross.
Okay,
aren't they?
so we just carry on. Okay, so you could have gone then. So
Yeah,
the
I could,
anticipation was that the blocking cars keep going, so you can still go. So now you can't go. So you can anticipate that the blocking cars are going to stop the traffic that you're giving way to.
Blocking car. Oh, right.
Okay, so the cars that were going right. So it's
Right,
always
yeah,
important to
fine.
look at the
I
traffic.
wasn't anticipating them.
That's right.
Or planning.
Or planning, yeah.
Right.
Anticipation leads to good planning.
All right. That's a good
So
saying.
now we can anticipate there's a gap, and there is, so we can go. So do you think these pedestrians might want to cross the road?
No.
Okay, that's right. So again, you're